Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Home to Stay by Terri Osburn, performed by Amy Rubinate. Chapter 1. Willow Parsons had survived. She'd officially run Dempsey's Bar and Grill, the signature restaurant of tiny Anchor Island, North Carolina, for an entire week on her own. Hallelujah. Named assistant manager the previous fall, shortly after proprietor Tom Dempsey's heart attack, the owners, which included Tom and his wife Patty, proved their faith in Will by letting her handle the reopening 2 weeks before returning from their winter break in the Florida Keys. Will had stressed for a solid month before the big day, checking inventory, cleaning up the accounting system, and ensuring the staff was as sharp as ever. And her attention to detail had paid off. Dempsey's was known for friendly service and the best seafood in the Outer Banks. It was important to reinforce that reputation with a strong opening week. On that front, she would not fail. She liked the Dempseys too much to disappoint them or let their business take a hit. The restaurant was already in recovery mode, which was why they'd closed for the winter in the first place. An infusion of cash from their son Lucas, a lawyer who'd recently returned to Anchor to set up his own practice, had kept them from closing the doors for good. But they'd need a strong tourist season to ensure Lucas's investment wouldn't be for naught. To that end, Will would do all she could to help the family who had trusted her with their business. Georgette, the waitress on duty, stepped up to the bar. "The checks are on the tables. As soon as I cash these out, we can start cleanup." "Sounds good to me," Will said, unloading the empty bottles and glasses from Georgette's tray. "I'll run the register tape while we raise the chairs." Georgette headed back to the floor with her empty tray as Will dropped the glasses into hot, soapy water. She was tossing the bottles into the recycle bin when the front door swung open and Randy Navarro stepped through. So much for Will's good mood. In the year plus that Will had been on Anchor Island, she'd avoided the giant of a man as much as possible, which had gotten tougher to do in recent months since she'd become good friends with Randy's sister, Sid. Upon arriving on the island, her initial reaction to the man large enough to deserve his own zip code had been fear. Fear of history repeating itself. But over the last 6 months or so, she'd been around Randy often enough to realize his sister's description of him as a gentle giant might be accurate. At times, she even liked the friend.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?